The intricate psychology of women in the context of romance and intimacy is both fascinating and essential for understanding how relationships function. In this video, we delve into the psychological dynamics that shape romantic connections, focusing on the behaviors, emotions, and desires that drive women's reactions to love and intimacy. From psychological theories and principles, as well as Stoicism, we explore how emotional and physical intimacy affect women differently than men, and how these differences influence the course of relationships. From attraction to post-intimacy needs, women exhibit unique patterns of behavior that, when understood, can enhance romantic interactions. Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes self-control, emotional resilience, and rational thinking, provides valuable insights into navigating romantic relationships. Understanding the subtle psychological cues women give off, whether it's through eye contact, body language, or verbal communication, can offer a deeper appreciation of their desires and emotional needs. In this exploration, we will also examine how women's sexual behavior, hormonal cycles, and emotional experiences play a crucial role in how they engage in relationships and intimacy. Whether you're looking to deepen your current romantic connection or gain a broader understanding of women's psychology in love, this video will shed light on the key elements that make these dynamics work. When it comes to intimacy, there's a significant difference in how men and women experience post-intimacy behavior. After sexual encounters, women tend to seek emotional connection and closeness, often desiring continued physical contact and intimate conversations. This is in stark contrast to men, who may typically feel content with the immediate experience and might drift off to sleep or become less communicative. For women, intimacy doesn't simply end with the act. Rather, it opens the door to deeper emotional bonding. This desire for continuous closeness after intimacy reflects a woman's need for reassurance and emotional safety in the relationship. Sexual satisfaction also plays a crucial role in shaping the dynamics of a romantic relationship. For many women, a fulfilling sexual encounter leads to a cycle of positive reinforcement, encouraging more frequent and pleasurable encounters. This cycle reinforces the connection between partners and deepens the emotional and physical bond. The impact of sexual satisfaction is not only physical, but also hormonal, as women who experience sexual pleasure regularly report higher levels of happiness and a stronger emotional connection with their partners. Furthermore, the connection between self-touching and hormonal levels cannot be ignored. Studies have shown that women who engage in self-touching or self-stimulation tend to produce higher levels of sexual hormones, which in turn enhances their overall well-being. This heightened hormone production can lead to a stronger sexual drive and deeper connections with their partners, reinforcing the idea that intimacy goes beyond physicality. It's a complex interplay of physical and emotional factors. Prizing a woman with skill and attentiveness in bed has a far greater impact than boasting about one's abilities. Women value experiences that make them feel seen, appreciated, and emotionally connected. Confidence in intimacy comes not from words, but from actions. Knowing what your partner enjoys and ensuring that they feel cared for and fulfilled. When it comes to orgasms, women experience them in a way that differs significantly from men. On average, a woman's orgasm lasts about 4 times longer than that of a man. This extended experience is not only a physical sensation, but is deeply emotional for women. This is why the emotional and psychological factors that surround intimacy play such a crucial role in a woman's sexual experience. Additionally, it's important to note that the female orgasm can occur for many women at various stages of life, with some women in their 40s and 50s reporting stronger orgasms than when they were younger. Hormonal cycles, specifically ovulation, also have a significant impact on a woman's sexual behavior. During ovulation, women tend to experience heightened sexual arousal, which increases the likelihood of achieving orgasm. Understanding the influence of hormonal changes during the menstrual cycle is essential in comprehending how intimacy and sexual satisfaction fluctuate throughout the month. Lastly, it's vital to acknowledge that intimacy isn't just about the act itself. It extends to the emotional connection built before, during, and after. For many women, the post-intimacy phase, where physical and emotional proximity are sought, plays a critical role in feeling valued and connected in a relationship. One of the most crucial aspects of sexual intimacy is understanding the significance of erogenous zones. While many people focus on the more obvious areas of the body, such as the genital region, there is a vast network of sensitive spots across the body that can enhance sexual pleasure and deepen emotional connection. These erogenous zones are not only physical, but also have emotional and psychological implications, playing an integral role in how a person experiences intimacy. For women, it's essential to recognize that their sexual excitement doesn't solely rely on the most commonly acknowledged erogenous zones. Women's bodies are highly sensitive, and often a soft touch or kiss in unexpected places can spark immense pleasure. Beyond the obvious areas, such as the breasts and genitals, other erogenous zones include the neck, inner thighs, wrists, and lower back. These areas, when stimulated, can lead to intense emotional responses, amplifying the overall sexual experience. In particular, the breasts, often seen as a primary sexual organ, play a significant role in female arousal. However, the nipples, being a particularly sensitive area, are where most women experience heightened pleasure. This is why stimulating the nipples during intimacy can be a game changer. What many don't realize is that the simultaneous stimulation of both the breasts and genital area is often the key to unlocking the most profound experiences of arousal for many women. It's a connection that taps into both physical pleasure and deep emotional fulfillment. Morning intimacy is often touted as one of the best ways to stimulate both physical and emotional satisfaction. One particular position, the doggy style, has been found to be especially effective for women, facilitating deep penetration and maximizing chances for orgasm. This type of deep penetration, combined with a woman's heightened sexual sensitivity during the early morning hours, provides the optimal setting for intense sexual pleasure. Another essential element of understanding women's sexual experience is the role of aging. As women mature, their sexual experiences often become more intense, with many reporting stronger orgasms in their 40s and 50s compared to their younger years. This is partly due to changes in the body, including a reduction in water retention, which makes nerve endings more sensitive and responsive. This phenomenon underscores the idea that sexual pleasure doesn't have an age limit. In fact, it may even intensify with experience and age. To truly connect with a woman sexually, it is vital to focus on all of her erogenous zones, not just the areas most commonly associated with sex. This holistic approach not only enhances physical pleasure, but fosters a deeper emotional connection that transcends mere physical satisfaction. Every touch, kiss, and caress matters, and when a partner is attuned to these nuances, the result is an experience that resonates on multiple levels. Attraction is a multifaceted process, involving both physical and emotional components that play a significant role in romantic and sexual relationships. For women, attraction is often influenced not just by a man's physical appearance, but also by his emotional intelligence, behavior, and the subtle cues he provides through communication, both verbal and non-verbal. Eye contact and interest. One of the most telling signs of attraction is eye contact. If a woman avoids making eye contact, it's often an indication that she's not interested. However, when a woman maintains eye contact, it signals interest, desire, and emotional connection. This simple yet powerful form of nonverbal communication can indicate a woman's level of attraction and openness to further interaction. The eyes are often considered the windows to the soul, and for women, maintaining eye contact with a partner can be a sign of deeper emotional engagement. The "how do I look" question. When a woman asks, "How do I look?" it's not always a straightforward question. Sometimes women ask this to gauge their partner's emotional investment in them or to seek reassurance. However, honesty may not always be the best approach. If the woman is looking for validation, answering with empathy and a compliment can build trust and strengthen the emotional bond between partners. Understanding this dynamic can help prevent misunderstandings and foster deeper intimacy. Sexual preferences and compatibility. Women tend to prefer certain physical traits in men, such as a moderate size of male genitals, often in the range of 8 to 10 centimeters. However, physical attraction is only part of the equation. Sexual compatibility is paramount, with studies showing that 80% of women consider it a critical factor before marriage. A strong sexual connection is built on shared desires, communication, and mutual respect. Understanding a woman's sexual needs and preferences plays a significant role in building a satisfying and lasting relationship. Body language and signs of attraction. Women are incredibly attuned to their own body language, and they often express interest through subtle gestures. For example, women may point their toes towards someone they like, play with their hair, or position themselves closer to the person they are attracted to. These non-verbal cues are often subconscious, but can be powerful indicators of romantic interest. Paying attention to these signals can help deepen the connection between two people. Physical features and first impressions. First impressions are crucial, and one thing that stands out for many men when meeting a woman is her physical appearance. While a man may initially notice a woman's breasts, it is the deeper connection, built on emotional engagement and mutual respect, that solidifies attraction. Understanding that physical appearance is just the beginning can help partners focus on what truly matters, the emotional and intellectual connection. The role of kissing in emotional connection. Kissing is far more than a physical act. For women, it often represents an emotional connection. Women experience kissing at a much deeper level than men, who may view it more as a physical sensation. For women, kissing can act as an emotional anchor, creating a stronger bond and a sense of safety and affection. This emotional depth in kissing is a key factor in building intimacy and trust in a relationship. Romantic media and influence on women's emotions. Women are more likely to experience heightened romantic feelings after engaging with love songs or romantic films. These forms of media resonate with their emotional needs and can trigger feelings of love, desire, and closeness. While men may not be as influenced by these forms of media, women often look for emotional depth in their relationships, something that can be nurtured by shared experiences, such as watching romantic movies together. Attraction. During ovulation, hormonal cycles play a significant role in attraction, particularly during ovulation. During this phase, women are more likely to find certain men more attractive, and their interest in potential partners increases. This heightened attraction is not purely physical. It is driven by hormonal changes that make women more receptive to emotional and physical closeness. Men who are attuned to these cycles can navigate romantic relationships with a deeper understanding of their partner's needs and desires. The influence of humor on attraction. Humor is a powerful tool in creating attraction. For women, a man's ability to make them laugh and show a playful side can significantly influence their feelings of attraction. Interestingly, during ovulation, a woman's attraction to humor becomes even more pronounced. This shows that emotional engagement paired with humor can foster a deeper connection and spark attraction in a way that physical appearance alone cannot. Lingerie and sexual desire. Another interesting aspect of attraction involves the act of choosing lingerie. Accompanying a woman while she selects lingerie can increase sexual desire. This activity allows a partner to engage with a woman's sensual side and can deepen intimacy in a way that is both subtle and intimate. It's a demonstration of interest and appreciation for the woman's desires and needs, signaling emotional and physical engagement. Attraction is not purely a visual experience. While physical appearance plays an important role, a woman's sexual preferences and the way she connects emotionally with a partner are just as crucial. Understanding these dynamics is key to building a lasting relationship based on both emotional and physical attraction. Lingerie and sexual desire. One often overlooked yet important aspect of attraction is lingerie. When a man accompanies a woman while she selects lingerie, it can spark sexual desire and increase intimacy. This simple act can make a woman feel seen and appreciated for her sensuality, igniting a deeper emotional and physical connection. Choosing lingerie is not just about the garments themselves, but about the emotional exchange between partners, creating an environment where both are comfortable expressing their desires. Scent and its role in attraction. One of the most powerful yet subtle ways a man can influence a woman's attraction is through scent. A man's natural scent, often referred to as his pheromones, can significantly affect a woman's emotional state and sense of attraction. For many women, the smell of a man can evoke strong feelings of desire, even love. This is not just about hygiene, it's about chemistry. The right scent can create an immediate connection, sparking desire even before words are exchanged. The power of lip contact. Kissing is a universally shared form of intimacy, but for women, it often holds deeper emotional significance. Nearly 70% of women are attracted to lip contact, as it is a gateway to emotional connection. A kiss can convey affection, desire, and love, allowing partners to communicate without words. For women, kissing may be an expression of emotional closeness, setting the stage for deeper, more meaningful intimacy. Understanding the power of a kiss can deepen the romantic connection and make sexual encounters more fulfilling. Voice changes with attraction. Another fascinating indicator of attraction in women is the subtle changes in their voice when they are interested in someone. When a woman is attracted to a man, her voice often rises in pitch and speed, signaling her excitement and desire. This change in vocal tone is often subconscious, but is a clear indicator of attraction. A woman's voice can become softer, more melodic, and more engaging when she is emotionally connected to a partner. This is not just a physical response, it's a reflection of her emotional engagement and attraction. Humor and attraction. Humor is a key factor in attraction, and for women, a man's ability to make her laugh can significantly influence her feelings towards him. During ovulation, this attraction to humor is even more pronounced. A playful sense of humor creates a sense of emotional safety and connection, allowing women to feel more open and relaxed. A man who can make a woman laugh and engage her emotionally is more likely to build lasting attraction. Humor breaks down barriers, creating an environment where both partners can feel at ease, enhancing their emotional bond. Attraction to older men. Younger women may often find themselves attracted to older men, and this attraction can be attributed to several factors. Older men tend to exude confidence, stability, and emotional maturity, qualities that are often highly appealing. For many women, these traits offer a sense of security, both emotionally and financially. Older men are also perceived as more experienced, which can lead to a more satisfying sexual and emotional connection. This attraction is not merely based on physical appearance, but on a deeper psychological connection rooted in stability and maturity. The health factor over muscles. While physical fitness and muscularity may initially catch the eye, women are often more attracted to men who are healthy and energetic rather than those with exaggerated muscular physiques. Health is seen as an indicator of vitality, which is a crucial factor in sexual attraction. Women tend to seek out partners who can provide emotional stability, mental clarity, and physical health, attributes that promote a long-lasting and fulfilling relationship. This focus on health over sheer muscle mass demonstrates the shift from shallow physical traits to deeper, more meaningful qualities in a partner. Regular sexual activity has been shown to boost a woman's immune system. Engaging in frequent intimacy promotes the production of essential hormones that improve overall health and well-being. These health benefits further strengthen the emotional and physical bond between partners. The positive effects on the immune system also help women feel more energized and vital, which in turn enhances their ability to engage in intimate relationships. Understanding the behavior and psychology behind romantic and sexual relationships involves delving deeper into both the emotional and behavioral patterns that shape how people interact. Women, in particular, exhibit certain psychological and behavioral traits that are essential to comprehend for building strong, lasting relationships. This chapter will explore some of these key insights, from emotional needs to social dynamics. Loneliness and isolation. Loneliness is a powerful emotion that can influence how people approach relationships. Long-term loneliness can lead individuals to accept isolation, even when it's detrimental to their emotional and physical well-being. For women, the fear of being alone can sometimes prevent them from reaching their full potential in relationships. It can make them more likely to stay in unhealthy or unsatisfactory relationships out of fear of being single. Understanding this dynamic is crucial for both partners, as addressing loneliness can help build stronger, more fulfilling connections. Drinking habits and group behavior. Women tend to drink faster than men, and this behavior is often connected to social dynamics. It is common for women to visit the bathroom in groups, using the opportunity to socialize, catch up, and even touch up their appearance. This social behavior is often a subconscious way to bond and establish a sense of camaraderie among friends. It is important to note that this behavior is not just about drinking, but also about maintaining social connections, which can play a significant role in their emotional and mental health. Reproductive insights. There's an interesting fact about men's reproductive system that ties into women's understanding of attraction. Each time a man's heart beats, his testicles produce around 1,500 sperm. While this fact might seem trivial, it highlights the incredible biological processes that go into human reproduction. For women, understanding these biological functions can help contextualize their own reproductive health, especially in terms of their attraction to men who are fertile and healthy. Social bonds and relationships. As humans, we maintain close relationships with only a select few people throughout our lives. Research shows that most people keep meaningful bonds with about 15 individuals. For women, the strength and quality of these relationships, whether they are with family, friends, or romantic partners, play a significant role in their emotional and psychological well-being. These relationships provide the necessary support and security that help women thrive in other areas of their lives. The fetish of feet. A surprising but common fetish in Western culture involves feet. This may seem unusual to some, but it's one of the most prevalent forms of sexual attraction. For many, feet symbolize a form of vulnerability or intimacy, often representing a deeper connection or submission. Understanding this fetish can help partners appreciate how certain physical traits or behaviors can evoke strong emotional responses and shape sexual preferences. Emotional expression in front of a partner. When it comes to emotional vulnerability, women are often more expressive in relationships than men. However, there is an understanding that emotional expression should be balanced. For example, showing too much vulnerability in front of a partner, especially in a way that is overwhelming, can create a sense of discomfort. Avoiding emotional extremes like crying excessively in front of a partner can prevent strain on the relationship. It's important to maintain a healthy emotional balance to ensure that both partners feel secure and supported. Judging character through social interactions. The way a person interacts with their friends or peers can reveal a lot about their true character. Women, in particular, often gauge their partner's character by observing how they communicate and behave in social settings. This is why it's important for men to show respect and kindness in their social circles, as this will inevitably reflect their character in the eyes of their partner. How a man interacts with others, particularly his friends, can signal his emotional maturity, reliability, and overall suitability as a partner. Debating with fools. A valuable insight in romantic relationships is understanding when not to engage in unnecessary conflict. Debating with people who are not open to reason or logic, referred to as fools in this context, can be a fruitless endeavor. It is often better to avoid arguments with individuals who are intent on dragging others down. Women, in particular, may find that engaging with such people causes emotional stress, leading to dissatisfaction in relationships. Learning when to walk away from senseless debates can contribute to a more harmonious romantic connection. Sexual satisfaction and penis size. The size of a man's penis is often overemphasized in popular culture. However, it's important to note that a medium-sized penis is generally sufficient for pleasure. This misconception, which can create insecurities, especially in men, overlooks the reality that sexual satisfaction for women is more about emotional connection, communication, and understanding their physical needs. A strong, healthy relationship often outweighs the need for superficial physical traits. Emotional resilience and handling negativity. One of the most important lessons in relationships is how to manage negativity. Everyone faces challenges, and it's essential to know how to deal with them without letting them negatively impact the relationship. Women often prefer partners who are emotionally resilient, those who can handle adversity without letting it affect their emotional state. This trait is vital in building a lasting connection, as it shows emotional maturity and stability. In relationships, both romantic and platonic, it's essential to recognize that life's deeper truths and philosophical reflections can significantly impact how we engage with others. Women, like all individuals, are deeply affected by their emotions and the circumstances surrounding their lives. By understanding some of the core principles of human behavior and emotional growth, partners can build stronger, more meaningful connections. Debating with fools. One critical life lesson is understanding when not to engage in fruitless arguments. Debating with individuals who are unwilling to engage in rational discourse, referred to here as fools, is a waste of energy and can lead to unnecessary emotional strain. For women especially, emotional energy is precious, and spending time with people who drag them down or engage in negative debates only creates tension. By avoiding such interactions, women and their partners can conserve their energy for more positive, fulfilling exchanges. The importance of medium size in pleasure. When it comes to sexual satisfaction, society often places too much emphasis on certain physical attributes, like penis size. However, studies show that for many women, a medium-sized penis is more than adequate for pleasurable sexual experiences. This misconception about the importance of size often leads to insecurities, especially in men, but it highlights an important truth. Emotional connection, intimacy, and mutual understanding are far more critical to satisfying sexual encounters than superficial physical traits. Women often prioritize a deep emotional bond over fleeting physical attributes. The irreplaceable nature of the body. One of the deeper truths about life is the transient nature of our physical bodies. While wealth, relationships, and even entire nations can be regained or rebuilt, our bodies, once lost, cannot be replaced. This reality should encourage individuals to prioritize their health, well-being, and the people they care about. For women, this truth often translates into a deeper appreciation for their bodies and the recognition that self-care is a vital part of their overall happiness and longevity. Managing negativity. In relationships, both partners will encounter negative experiences, whether they are external stresses or internal conflicts. How we handle negativity can determine the strength and longevity of a relationship. Women, in particular, may benefit from learning to either crush or distance themselves from negativity rather than allowing it to invade their emotional space. The ability to manage and release negative emotions allows for healthier, more positive interactions with a partner, creating a stable environment where both individuals can grow. Life and death. The fear of death often stems from the fear of life itself. Those who live fully, embracing each moment, are the ones who are truly prepared to face death with grace. For women, this idea may resonate deeply, especially when considering the fleeting nature of life. By living fully, seeking joy, and embracing experiences, women can ensure that their lives are rich with meaning and fulfillment. The fear of living, therefore, often leads to an underappreciation of the present moment and the relationships that make life worthwhile. Infidelity is a complex and often misunderstood aspect of relationships. While the idea of cheating is widely regarded as a betrayal, understanding the underlying psychological factors can provide insight into why infidelity may occur, especially in women. It's important to acknowledge that infidelity is not always purely about physical desire. It can often be linked to emotional needs and unmet desires that go beyond sexual attraction. Infidelity. During ovulation, research has shown that a woman's likelihood of considering infidelity is significantly higher during ovulation. This period of the menstrual cycle is marked by increased sexual desire and heightened attraction to potential mates. During this time, hormonal changes influence a woman's emotional and physical responses, making her more open to exploring other romantic or sexual possibilities. While this does not justify infidelity, it highlights the role that biology and hormonal fluctuations play in shaping behavior. Understanding this dynamic can help partners navigate their relationships with greater empathy and awareness. Relativity of time. An interesting concept often explored in relationships is the idea of how time is perceived in different contexts. The saying, "An hour with an enchanting woman seems like a second, while a second on a scorching grill seems like an eternity," encapsulates the relativity of time. For women, spending time with someone they are emotionally and physically attracted to can make time seem to fly. This psychological phenomenon illustrates how emotional engagement and attraction can alter our perception of time, creating moments that feel infinitely pleasurable. Casual sex and fantasies. Women in their 30s and 40s often experience a shift in their sexual desires, with many becoming more open to casual encounters and sexual fantasies. This change can be attributed to various factors, including increased confidence, life experiences, and a desire for more freedom in their sexual exploration. Fantasy plays a significant role in a woman's sexual psychology, often serving as a way to explore desires that might not be fully expressed in her day-to-day life. It is important for partners to understand that fantasies are a normal part of sexual identity and can be a healthy way of exploring sexuality. While infidelity and fantasies can sometimes challenge relationships, understanding the psychological dynamics at play can help couples address issues with more compassion and communication. Understanding the daily habits and preferences of women can provide valuable insight into their emotional and physical needs in relationships. These habits are not only reflective of their personal interests, but also of how they engage with the world around them. When partners are attuned to these daily patterns, they can build stronger, more supportive connections that enhance intimacy and emotional well-being. Focus on the present. One of the most important habits that can contribute to a healthy relationship is the ability to focus on the present. Women, like men, often find themselves distracted by the past or future, but maintaining focus on the present moment can create a more fulfilling connection. Women often appreciate a partner who is present, not only physically but emotionally, who can engage with them in the moment rather than being lost in their thoughts. This mindfulness in the relationship enhances communication, fosters emotional closeness, and builds trust between partners. Dressing for themselves. While it is a common belief that women dress to impress others, the truth is that women generally dress for themselves. Choices regarding clothing are influenced by mood, location, season, and even time of day. Women often select their outfits based on how they feel and what they want to express about themselves at that moment. Understanding that a woman's clothing choices are often about self-expression can help partners appreciate her style and the underlying emotions she's communicating through her wardrobe. Sexual activity and vitality. Sexual health plays a significant role in a woman's overall vitality and well-being. Women who engage in regular sexual activity tend to report higher levels of energy, better immune function, and enhanced emotional stability. The physical benefits of regular intimacy are not limited to just the act of sex, but extend to improved self-esteem, a greater sense of connection with one's partner, and better mental health. For many women, a satisfying sex life is linked to emotional fulfillment and contributes to a more balanced and happy life. Attraction to older men. One interesting trend is that women in their 30s and 40s may gravitate toward older men, and this attraction is often driven by a desire for stability, security, and emotional maturity. Older men tend to exude confidence, which is attractive to many women. They are often seen as more grounded and capable of offering the emotional depth and support that younger men may not yet possess. This preference for older men reflects a shift toward valuing emotional intelligence and maturity over physical appearance, which becomes more important as women age. Health over muscles. While physical appearance is important, women tend to prioritize overall health and vitality over sheer muscle mass. A healthy, energetic man is often seen as more attractive than one with bulging muscles but poor health. Women are instinctively drawn to partners who can provide emotional stability, vitality, and an overall sense of well-being. This focus on health rather than physical appearance shows that long-term relationship satisfaction is rooted more in compatibility and shared values than in superficial traits. As we've explored throughout this video, understanding the psychology of women in romance and intimacy is crucial for building stronger, more fulfilling relationships. From the subtle cues of attraction to the deeper emotional needs that women express, recognizing and respecting these elements can enhance the bond between partners. Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on emotional resilience, self-awareness, and rational thinking, offers valuable insights into how we can approach romantic connections with maturity and empathy. The exploration of intimacy, sexual satisfaction, and post-intimacy behavior reveals that for women, emotional connection often plays as significant a role as physical pleasure. By focusing on mutual respect, communication, and understanding, partners can create an environment where intimacy thrives. Women's emotional needs, whether related to reassurance, security, or connection, can be met through mindful engagement and a willingness to understand the nuances of their desires. In addition to the physical aspects of attraction, the emotional and psychological factors discussed throughout the video provide a deeper understanding of what drives women in their relationships. Whether it's the influence of hormones on sexual desire, the power of humor in building attraction, or the importance of emotional presence, each of these elements contributes to a richer, more meaningful connection. Ultimately, Fostering a deeper understanding of these psychological dynamics can help men and women navigate their relationships with greater clarity and emotional depth. By embracing both the emotional and physical aspects of love, we can cultivate lasting, harmonious relationships that are built on mutual trust and understanding.